Now, I do know that I have trashed this game. I have made videos talking about some of the terrible stuff that's in this game, how bad the game is. I'm not taking anything back because the stuff I did and stuff I said was actual truth, but the gameplay is has gotten better.
Scouting points are earned every
Right now
week.
we're at,
Use all of your points because a
as of
portion of the
update
remaining points will be
1.18,
lost when you advance the week.
1.18. Now, it improved before that. It was probably 1.17 maybe. I don't know. But here I am in my franchise. I'm going to just go into detail about what I mean when I say improved. Before, it seemed like they were forcing bad plays on you for no apparent reason, just for the sake of making the game difficult, as they have changed a couple little things on franchise mode, but to me, not very much. I don't really care about the franchise mode that much. I mean, the improvements they added, I don't care too much about those. We recently played the Steelers 45-35. Now, I do play on all Madden difficulty. That's the only level I play on. But as you can see, like, my point scoring is a little bit higher. I scored 45 in this game because before it seemed like they were forcing bad bad throws for no reason. You set back in a pocket. Now, if you throw off your back foot, or you're throwing as you hit, or you're rushing a throw and you make a bad throw, that's understandable. But it seemed like they were forcing bad throws for no reason, like making your guy throw senseless interceptions that didn't make any sense. Your guy's clearly wide open, and you press it that way, and he throws it really very short, and it's not even a far pass, just for the sake of throwing it to a defender so he could jump the route. They're not doing stuff like that as much. They're not forcing stupid stuff on you. I still throw interceptions, but they're my fault interceptions. They're not like forced. The forced ones are so irritating. I have 15. No, as you can see, I have 8 interceptions. Now, I have a created quarterback. Now, I'm going to show you. He's a 80 overall, 70. No, yeah. He's a 80 overall. When you look at his attributes, I don't max out my guys. I just give them kind of like average, decent ratings because I don't want him to be overpowered. And he puts up good numbers, you know, when I make good throws and stuff like that. So, but my whole point of this is I had some terrible things to say about this game. I'm not that great at it, first of all, but some of the stuff was just clearly, obviously, just outrageously ridiculous. You can see the videos that I put up on this game in the past, with running games and interceptions and players not even attempting to catch the ball when you're going for it on 4th down and 3rd and long in games where it seemed like they were trying to force you to lose. It seemed like they did something with that because I don't feel any losses being forced on me, even though I did lose to Green Bay, but it didn't feel forced. It was just my effort. As you can see on the left-hand side, I lost 16-14. I was having trouble, you know, getting time in the pocket to make the right throws, which the game wasn't cheating or anything like that. It's just that I was just getting beat. I can accept that. But as you can see, the following week, we win 45-35. They scored 35 on us because our defense does struggle in this game. I don't really care about this stuff. This stuff right here is pretty much the same thing over and over again. They say similar stuff, but the franchise mode is no big deal to me. I just like stats and stuff like that, and trying to see if I can get to the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl. In the title I put, is this game simulation football? I don't know, man. I don't like the X factors in this game at all. I think the X factors mess the game up. Like superhuman powers or just secret powers or whatever. I believe I'm first in my division. As you can see, they got the Browns. They got the Steelers at 6-4. This stuff here is not going to be perfect. There we are, 6-4. You know, we've lost games and stuff, so you know, it's nothing overpowering here. Like I said, I'm not great at this. I'm sure there's some people that can play on Madden and go 16-0 and win the Super Bowl with, because they're just that good at it. I'm not that kind of player. You know, I'm okay at this, but I don't play online or nothing like that. But I think this game, the simulation factor of this game is on a scale 1 to 100. If you say 100 means this is about as closest to the NFL you ever get creating a game, and you know, on the lower end being like, you know, like an arcade crazy over the top ridiculous game. This game is probably like a 65 because it's not really the X factors and some of the stuff they force on you, and just some of the like what am I trying to say here? The X factors and all that stuff they add to the game, those are really just attributes. That's all they need is personnel. All they need is player traits and attributes. That's all they need. If Aaron Rodgers can come back in the fourth quarter, that's an attribute. That's already in the game. It's an attribute. It's called clutch. That's already in here. You don't need some extra power thing on there. And the thing where they work up their gauge and then they have the ability to use their X factors, really, that's ridiculous. That's not simulation football. That's more like arcade or something like. So that should not be in this. If Patrick Mahomes can throw a 65-yard bomb, he doesn't have to work his way up to being able to do it. If he has his feet set and he has time in the pocket and there's a guy down the field, he could throw it on the first play if he wants to. You don't need to, you know. So that's what I'm saying. The X Factor stuff needs to be removed from this game. I'm not saying it's not helping the game, but it's not bringing it any closer to being simulation football. So I don't really, I give it a 65, maybe close to a 70 on simulation factor. Now this is, you know, this game is better than it was. The gameplay is better. There, you know, I don't see as many rigged plays. I still see issues with the running game, with guys just kind of, you know, it's not the running per se. It's the blocking assignments. The blockers do really weird stuff just to give the, just so that you can get tackled quicker to make the game more difficult. You know, the blockers don't always cooperate. That issue still seems to be here, but it doesn't seem as bad. They were forcing ridiculously bad throws on me and forcing me to throw interceptions at times and stuff like that. I don't see that as much now. I see our players not, you know, intentionally not trying to catch the football like they were before. I think they fixed a lot of that stuff. I have a video on here where a guy is running a post route. I think it's a tight end, and I throw it to him, and he doesn't even attempt to catch it. He's looking clearly at the football, but he just doesn't put his arms out, and it's incomplete. It was on a fourth down play. That's happened to me several times, but I don't see that anymore. I think they fixed it. Anyway, that's our video. I just wanted to tell you this current gen version, the PS4 version. Obviously, the PS5 is not out yet. I'm not sure if I'm even going to get that game, but maybe I will. I really just don't know. I have the disc copy, so I don't get that game for free, which kind of sucks, which is the reason why I might not get it. If I already had access to getting it, I would obviously get it. So I'm not even sure about that one. There's a chance that I might not mess with it. But if I do, I will make videos for it. But like I said, this game has gotten better with the gameplay aspect, as far as, the game not seeming rigged and like just taking the fun out of the game by forcing ridiculous plays to happen. So I'm enjoying the game a little bit more, even though when I do play it, I see some improvements that are still needed. I basically bought this game for the yard because, and I don't even like the yard that much. I don't like the prototype stuff. I wish it was more like FIFA Volta. FIFA Volta, I love FIFA Volta. I don't care that much about the storyline in FIFA Volta, but the way your character is, you build attributes for your character. You give him a size and weight. This game, I'm going to tell you what I hate about this game here, okay? These prototypes basically mess up your character because you give your character a size and weight. You know, when you select a different prototype, he's going to have a different body and just look different. That doesn't make sense to me. You know, they don't need this prototype stuff in this game. They just don't need it. All they need is for you to be able to build a character, earn attribute points, develop your player, and have it like FIFA Volta where you can edit your player, do all that stuff, but you don't need prototypes. That to me is, it turned me off and it made me not even want to play it because basically this is basically backyard football, 5-on-5 or is it 6-on-6, I think. Why am I changing my prototypes from game to game? That's ridiculous. Just let me build attributes in different areas. Let me play different positions, of course, if I want to, but make me build my attributes in that area, which you still have to do that, but don't change my character's body and his structure. Don't do that. The prototype stuff, I don't even like playing the yard because I don't think that makes any sense. The only reason why I thought this was going to be cool is because I played Volta, and your character just builds their attributes, and you play that character. He or she gets better and better as you play, because you could be females on there too. And that's it. Whatever position you put your character at, whatever attributes they have, they're stuck with those attributes, and you just have to build them up. This game needs to be like that too. You don't need to be switching prototypes. I don't want my guy to be a Julio prototype. I want my guy to be whatever attributes I build him to be. I don't want to be a Lamar Jackson prototype and then tomorrow I'm a Julio prototype. That stuff to me is really stupid. I think a lot of people like it. I'm not gonna say it's stupid, but because it's opinion, some people probably like it. But I do not like it. But anyway, that's all I got. I kind of rambled on a little bit, but that's the end of this video.